Hello fam, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here today. I have another interesting story for you, so sit down, relax, grab your popcorn and a drink while I narrate this beautiful story. So Kemi was a cheerful girl who lived with her parents in the village of Odun. Her father, Papa Tunde, was a hard-working farmer. He grew a lot of crops like yams, cassava and maize, while her mom Shadi was known for making the best bean cakes, also known as akara, in the market. Kemi often helped her mother while selling her bean cakes to villagers, who would greet her with warm smiles. Life in Odogun was simple. It was filled with laughter, family, and the smell of the soil after rain was just so amazing. One day, everything changed. A mysterious sickness swept through Odogun like a silent storm. It took the lives of many villagers, including Kemi's parents. The sickness was so swift that it left everyone in shock. Kemi, at just 12 years old, suddenly found herself an orphan. The village elders gathered to discuss her fate, as the tradition in Odogun. After much deliberation, they decided that Kemi would be sent to live with her father's brother, Baba Ade, in the neighboring village of Adu. When Kemi arrived at Baba Ade's compound, she was greeted with a stern look from her uncle and a cold stare from his wife Mama Tinu. Unlike her cheerful home, Baba Ade's house was strict and unwelcoming. The children of the house were older and had little interest in playing with her. Baba Ade was a man of few words, and Mama Tinu treated Kemi more like an unwanted burden. From the moment Kemi stepped into their home, her life became one of endless chores. She was the first to rise each morning, fetching water from the stream while it was still dark. She swept the compound, washed the clothes, and helped Mama Tinu with cooking. Kemi had no time for school or play. Whenever she tried to rest, Mama Tinu would find something else for her to do. One evening, as Kemi was scrubbing pots outside, she overheard Baba Ade talking with a couple who had come from the city. Mr. and Mrs. Eze were looking for a young girl to help with housework in their home in Lagos. They wanted someone who was hardworking and respectful. Baba Ade saw this as an opportunity to rid himself of the responsibility of caring for Kemi. Without asking her, he agreed to send her off with them. The next morning, Kemi was given a small bundle of her belongings and was told to follow the Azes to the city. She had never been to Lagos before, and the journey was long and frightening. The road was bumpy, and the city was a world away from the quiet village of Odogun. Cars honked loudly, and the streets were filled with people rushing in every direction. Mr. and Mrs. Eze lived in a large modern house with marble floors and shiny windows. Kemi had never seen such a beautiful place. They treated her kindly, much kinder than she had expected. Mrs. Eze showed her how to clean the house properly, while Mr. Eze often brought her small treats like biscuits and fruits. For the first time in a long while, Kemi felt a sense of belonging. She was given clean clothes, enough food, and even allowed to join evening lessons at a nearby school. Life was good in the Eze household. Kemi worked hard, making sure the house was spotless, and the Azes were pleased with her. They trusted her so much that they would leave her alone in the house while they went to work. Kemi enjoyed her new life, especially the school where she learned how to read and write. But as Kemi blossomed into a young woman, she caught the attention of a neighbor's son, Chidi. Chidi was a tall, handsome, and charming young man with a smile that could melt hearts. He was known around the neighborhood for his smooth talking and carefree lifestyle. Chidi began to take an interest on Kemi, often finding excuses to visit the Eze's house. At first, Kemi was shy around him, but Chidi was persistent. He would bring her sweets, compliment her beauty, and tell her stories of the fun things he did around Lagos. Kemi, who had never received such attention, slowly began to fall for Chidi's charms. They started meeting in secret. Chidi would sneak into the Eze's garden at night, and they would sit under the mango tree, whispering and laughing together. Chidi promised her many things. He told her he would take her to places she had never seen, that they would get married one day and he would give her a better life. Kemi, believing in his sweet words, trusted him completely. But things took a sudden turn when Kemi realized she was pregnant. Her heart pounded as she thought about what this would mean. She gathered the courage to tell Chidi, expecting him to keep his promises. Instead, his face turned cold. "How can you say this pregnancy is mine?" he said angrily. "I am not ready for this, Kemi." He turned his back on her, leaving her heartbroken and alone. Kemi's troubles only worsened when Mrs. Eze found out about the pregnancy. The woman was furious. "After all we did for you, this is how you repay us?" Mrs. Eze shouted. Despite all the kindness they had shown her, the Ezes felt betrayed and decided Kemi could no longer stay in their house. She was given an hour to pack her things and leave. Kemi pleaded, but her cries fell on deaf ears. Alone on the streets of Lagos, Kemi wandered aimlessly, clutching her small bundle of belongings. The city that seemed so full of opportunities now felt like a maze of harsh faces and cold hearts. She slept under market stalls, begged for food, and tried to stay safe from the dangers of the streets. One day, while sitting on a corner, hungry and tired, an elderly woman named Mama Chika noticed her. Mama Chika was a market woman who sold clothes and fabrics. She took pity on the young girl and invited her to stay with her in her one-room apartment. The room was cramped, with only a tin mattress and a stove, but it was warm and safe. Mama Chika was not just kind, she was also skilled. She was a tailor known for making beautiful and colorful dresses that women in the market loved to buy. Kemi, grateful for Mama Chika's kindness, offered to help her with anything she needed. Mama Chika in turn began to teach Kemi how to sew. Kemi was a fast learner. She practiced day and night learning how to cut patterns, stitch fabrics, and create beautiful dresses. As her belly grew bigger, so did her skills. By the time she gave birth to her son, whom she named Ifani, Kemi had become an expert tailor. Ifani, meaning nothing is impossible, became the center of her world. With Mama Chika's guidance, Kemi started making clothes to sell in the market. Her designs were unique with vibrant colors and patterns that caught the eyes of many customers. Soon, Kemi became known for her sewing skills, and people came from far and wide to buy her dresses. She saved every kobo she earned, determined to build a better life for herself and her son. Years passed and Kemi's small business grew. She rented a shop in the market where she sold her goods. Her reputation as a talented tailor spread, and she was able to hire other girls like her who needed a second chance. She trained them, giving them the skills they needed to stand on their own. One afternoon, as she was busy attending to customers, she looked up only to see Chidi standing in her shop. He looked different, thinner and worn out. Chidi had heard of Kemi's success and had come to seek for her forgiveness. "I was wrong, Kemi," he pleaded. "I want to be a part of Ifani's life." But Kemi had grown wiser over the years. She knew he was only after her money. "You left me when I needed you the most," Kemi said, her voice steady. "I have no place for you in my life." Chidi left, and Kemi felt a weight lifted off her shoulders. Kemi's story became an inspiration in the market. She started a sewing school to train other girls, giving them a chance to make something of their lives. The girls who were once abandoned now became a beacon of hope for others. In the evenings, after a long day's work, Kemi would sit outside her shop, watching Ifani play with other children. The sun would set, casting a warm glow over the city, and Kemi would smile, knowing that she had turned her pain into strength, her struggles into success. Kemi had found her way against all odds. She had built a life full of hope and purpose, and in the laughter of her son, she found the happiness she thought she had lost forever. Thank you, my dear viewers, for watching this story. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comment section what part of the story you enjoyed the most. Till I come your way again next time. Bye.